Hello everybody, welcome to Object Oriented Programming with Java Laboratory. So in this video, I'm going to explain about the program number 11, that is file operations. So here in this program, that is program 11, says that write a Java program that reads a file name from the user and display the information about the file, that is whether the file is exist, whether the file is readable or writable, and the type of a file and the length of a file in bytes. So you have to read one file name from the user, and you should check whether that file is there in your local drive or not. Then you have to check whether that file is readable or writable, and you have to check the extension of that file, what type of file is that. Then you have to find out the length of it. Okay, so this is the program. So here we are going to use the file operations which are available in Java. So here is the code. So I'll just first I'll show you the output, what exactly we are expecting from the program. Then I'll explain you the code. So we'll see the output. I'll just compile it. Okay, I don't have any errors. Okay, now it is asking me to enter the file name. If you want, you can put one message here that are skit. Okay, so if I enter this skit, so if this file is exist, it'll display the information related to this file skit.txt. Once I press it, now see here the file name skit.txt, that is file does not exist, and this is the file we have given, and file it is not there in the that path, in this path Java sample Java lab. Then file does not exist, the file is not readable, file is not writable, and the file type is txt, and file size is 0 because we have not written anything. Now what I'll do is I'll go to this path java dot sample Java lab. There I'll create one file. So I'll create one notepad file here. So in this, I'll just type hello. I'll save it. I'll give some name, say hello. I'll just save it. Okay. Now I'll pass that file name to my program. I'll run it once again. I'll give a hello.txt. Now see here. Now this file is exist. So file name is hello.txt. File is exist. File is writable. File is readable, and file type is txt because I created notepad file. So the file size is 5 bytes. So I'm getting here 5 bytes because I have typed hello there. So each character will take 1 byte. So I'm getting a 5 bytes here. So this is the output we are expecting from this program. Now we will go back to the program. So I have to import this package. There is a file class here, so that will give you a lot of methods so that you can use on the file. And I'm importing the scanner class because I have to read the file name from the user. Then I have created one class called file p. This is the main method inside the class. Now I'm creating one object for the scanner class because I have to read the file name from the user. So here I'm creating one object for the scanner class called obj. Then I'm reading the file name from the user. If you want, you can just print one message here. Dot out dot println. Just type enter the file name. Okay. So one message I have given here. So this message will display. It'll ask you to enter the file name. Okay. System dot, that is enter the file name. Then I'm reading the file name. I'm reading the file name by using the object which I've created for the scanner class, object.next. I'm storing in a variable called a file name. So we will see little theory about this file. What does what is the meaning of this file, and what are the functions this file will give us in Java. Okay. So here in Java, a file is an abstract data type. Okay. A named location The named location used to store the related information is known as a file. So there are several file operations like creating a new file, getting information about a file, writing to a file, reading. These are the operations that we can perform on the file. For this, this file class will provide methods. So here are the few file class methods. One is create new file. Create new file is a method used to create a new empty file. Can read is a method used to check whether we can read the data of a file or not. Can write used to check whether we can write the data into a file or not. Exist is a method used to check whether the specified file, whatever file you have mentioned, that is there in that particular path or not. Delete is used to delete a file. Get name used to find the file name. Get name is used to find the file name. Whatever file name you will pass, it will check that whether that file is there or not. Get name. And the length is used to get the size of the file in bytes. So these are the function which we required for our program. Apart from that, we need some string methods also. Okay, so here we have one method called toString. Return the string representation of the object. So if you want to convert object into string, so you can use a toString that will return the string representation of the object. And last index of return the position of the last occurrence of the specified character in the string. So if you want to get the position of any character in this string, so if you pass that character to the last index of it will give you the index position of that character. If it is not found in that particular string, this method will return -1. If that particular character found, it will return the position of that character. And the substring is a method written a part of the string. So it will return there part of the string. That is substring will return a part of the string. We have to pass the beginning index and end index number position from where to where you have to extract that you have to pass to this substring. So these three are the string methods we need it for our program. Then we'll go back to the program. I created one scanner object here. Then I'm asking the user to enter the file name. So here I'm reading the file name. I'm storing that in a variable called fname. Whatever file name user has entered, that I have stored in a variable called fname. So that now I'm making use of the file class. For that I have created one object, and I'm passing whatever user has entered as a argument to the file constructor here. Okay. So now by making use of this object which I have created for the file class, I'll get the information about whatever the file name user has entered. Okay, so here we are setting the permission. You can set the permission set writable true, or you can say that set writable false. If you say set writable true, you will get the output file is writable. Or if you set false, you will get a file is not writable. So here first thing I'm checking here whether the file is exist or not. System.out.println. So this is the object f1. So f1 dot exist. What is this exist? This is the method which belongs to the file class. So by using this method, I'm checking whether the particular file is exist or not. Which file? So this whatever file name I have given. Okay, so that file we are checking here, f1 dot exist. Question mark ternary operator I'm using here. So I'll get a message if that file is exist. I'll get a message file exist. If not, I'll get a message the file does not exist. Okay. So system.out.println, again I'm checking can write. We have one method. It will check whether the file is writable or not. Okay, can write file writable, else file is not writable. And we have set the permission here. Set writable is equal to true. So you will get that file is writable. Okay, if you say false here, you will get the file is not writable. Then can read. Can we read the file? Yes, file is readable and file is not readable. That also we can set there. So here, okay, these three we have done. File exists, file is readable or file writable. And the fourth condition what they have asked here is, okay, you have to find the extension of that. You have to find what type of type of the file. So for that, first thing what you have to do is, for that file object, this fn you have to convert into string. For that we have function called a toString function is there. F1 dot toString which will convert which represent the object into string. So f1 dot toString, and that I am storing in a variable called file name. Okay, and the type I have given a string. So now object is there in the form of a string. That string I am passing to a method called the last index of. So what this last index of will give you? The last index of will give you what position of that character, whatever you pass. This function will give you that. Okay. So for example, I'll just show here how the file name. Say hello. We have the file name and dot txt is there. So we have to check what type of file is this. For that we have to print the type of file is a txt. To get this we have to go till here. Okay, so we know that before extension there will be a dot, correct? So we have to go till this dot to get the position of this. We have the method called a last index of. Last index of will give you the position of this. Once I get this position, easily I can extract the next to that whatever is there. I can extract it. So first thing is I should get the position of it. The next, so last index of will give you the index position of this character. So if it is found, for example, here in my code I have given hello dot the file name I have given hello dot txt. So that means there is a extension. If you give skit and without any extension here at this time, if you pass this string to last index of, so here it will search this. It will search for the character, that is the dot. It will search in this string and it will return -1 because dot is not there here. Okay, so if it is unable to find the specified character, our last index of will return a -1. If that character is there, if it is found the character in this string, it will give you the position of that character. Okay, so that's what we are checking here. That position I'm storing in an index. If index greater than 0, if my index value is greater than 0, then what I have to do, I have to extract this, the txt, that this is the I have to extract. So this is entire thing is one string. Hello dot txt is one string. So we have the function called a substring function, which is used to extract the substring from the main string. That I'll make use of. That function I'll use to get the substring. Okay, now here the file name, that is hello dot, assume that hello dot txt dot substring, and from where we have to extract, we have to extract the index plus 1. What is there in the index? The position of this dot is there. Okay, we'll get that. So file name dot substring index plus 1. So index plus 1, that is a substring I want. So that substring I'll take and I'm storing in a variable called type. So I'm printing it. System.out.println file type is a, so you will get a txt or whatever you give, you will get that talk or whatever you give file extension, you'll get that. Okay, if the file extension is not found, suppose you're not given any extension, then you will get file does not exist, because this function last index of will return -1. It will return -1. Okay, here we are checking if index greater than 0. No, it is less than 0, then it will come to else part. It will display that file doesn't have the type. Okay, so finally we have to print the size of a file. So we have the method called a length string function, string method called length. So by using that, I'll get the length of the file in bytes. So I'm printing it file size, the file object dot length in bytes. I'm printing it. I hope you people understood this program. Thank you so much.